Okay, welcome to video 1010. In this video, we just have some more examples of exam problems. So I am going to talk to you a little bit about how to approach these one last time. So whenever you have questions with quadratics, unless they specify, you can use any of the methods that you have learned. And again, it's a lot of reading and determining what exactly they're asking for and the best method to use in that instance. So for this first one, you need to be aware that when they say find the zeros, you are looking for a y value of 0. Zeros is the same as x-intercepts or the roots. So if I wanted to set this one up, and I'm going to do a lot of just setting up for you in this video so that you can solve them on your own. So finding the zeros means I'm going to set 0 in place of the y, because that is the x-intercept. That's how I'll find that value. So what I've done here is expanded out x minus 3 times x minus 3, since that's what the squared means. Now to simplify this, we have to multiply first. So either do area model to simplify this so that we have an x squared, or you can double distribute if you prefer, and then you can set it equal to 0 and solve. Number 2 says the height h in feet of an object dropped from the top of the building after 2 seconds is given by this equation. Determine the height of the building. Well, if the height of the building, we know that we're dropping an object from the top of a building. So if I want to know how high the building is, then how much time has passed in order to find that? Well, 0 time has passed, because if I'm 0 seconds from dropping the item, it'll be at the highest it was, and that's the top of the building. So for this, you're going to set t equal to 0. Then you will substitute in 0 in place of t and solve for your height. The next one says how many feet did the object fall between 1 and 2 seconds after it was dropped. So again, we know t values are the 1 and the 2. So I'm going to sub those in separately. First sub in a t value of 1, then sub in a t value of 2. And to find out how many feet it fell, we need to subtract those two heights to see what the difference was between those points. Then the last one says determine algebraically how many seconds it will take for the object to reach the ground. Well, we've talked about this in the past. If it's reaching the ground, that means that the height now is 0. So this time I don't know the t value, how many seconds it will take for the object to reach the ground, but I do know that if I'm on the ground, my height is 0. So that means I need to put h of t equal to 0. So again, once you've done that and you've set it equal to 0, you can choose which method you want to use. You can use factoring, completing the square, or quadratic formula. It doesn't matter, since they didn't specifically tell you. You just have to be aware that it is a quadratic, so those are our options to solve for when it will hit the ground, or a height of 0. So I took you through a lot of examples, and you have many examples in all the previous videos. In this one, again, I just kind of left some pointers to you, and then you can use them to help solve any of the questions that you need help on. And we will go over this some more in class. So have a good evening, and we'll see you when we return to class.